Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I was checking out this video with Anton Daniels, and he was looking at this woman making a message, well, making a video about Nicki Minaj and her appearance on the Turning Point USA platform. And I thought it was interesting what both of them were saying. But I'm gonna let the video run and give my 1-2.
I try really hard not to speak ill of other black women. But for this heifer, I'm going to make an exception. Because really, does she even consider herself to be a black woman? I'm not really sure she does. So let's get into it. Nicki Minaj shows up at the Turning Point Convention of Racists this past weekend. I tell you, I'm trying to get my Asian TikTok part 2 video done, but people keep doing dumb shit on the internet that I have to respond to. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Nicki Minaj. Now, here's the thing. Yes, she was born in Trinidad, yet another one. My people are from Tobago, and people from Trinidad and Tobago know this already. We are not the same. I'm going to say that again. We are not the same, and I'm not claiming that heifer. I'm going to say that again. We are not the same, and I'm not claiming that heifer. I was born in the United States of America, yes. My parents are from Tobago. I love Trinidad and Tobago. But let's be very clear again. Some of these people over there, some of these people come over here from the islands, not just Trinidad, all of them, to get a little money, and immediately they think they're better than Black Americans. They're happy to cosplay Black American culture and to build their careers off of Black American culture, but they don't have any real allegiance. And you have to know these people when you see them. I've never been a fan of Nicki Minaj because I saw her for what she was a long time ago. She reminds me of those kinds of people. She and her prime minister, who's up there licking the occupants' wine regions, for what reasons I do not know. And I am not wiping all people from Trinidad with the brush of Nicki Minaj or their prime minister. I'm not doing that. But those who know, know. You know who is what and what is who.
I don't know.
Before he goes, I was just going to say her accent was coming out at the end. But I agree with her about the cosplaying comment because a lot of black people from other places come over here and they basically cosplay and swagger jack so-called black Americans, which is the truth.
How Nicki Minaj overnight literally became the enemy of black people. Y'all know that black people are not a monolith, right? Like all people, and there's nobody of any culture that's a monolith. Every
That's not true. I'll agree with him on this. All so-called black people are not a monolith because all so-called black people are not the same. Like if I go to Africa right now, it's thousands of different ethnic groups just in Africa. I can go anywhere in different places in the world and it'd probably be the same thing. I'm just using Africa as an example, meaning that all so-called black people are not the same. I'll give an example. So-called black people in America and people just in general have been taught that all the black people that are here are because of the transatlantic slave trade, which is not true. It's part of that. It's some people that were the enslaved, and it's some that were already here, natives to the land, and it was some that came from Europe during a lot of upheaval during European wars during the 1600s and 1700s. They're not going to teach you that stuff in history. Well, conventional history, you'll have to find that stuff for yourself. But that's what basically constitutes or makes up, same difference, makes up the people, the so-called black people and I'll just use the Americas. Well, in North America, that's where all the black people come from. But you won't learn that in conventional history.
everybody thinks differently. Everybody got a different perspective. They look at things. They grow up. They evolve. They have children. They have different standards and demeanor, and you evolve, and you're not supposed to stay the same for the rest of your life. And I'm not really sure exactly what black people think that Turning Point USA represents. It represents Christ, it represents God, it represents conservative values, tradition.
That's another thing too. Like the Turning Point USA stuff, they think that it represents God. conservative values, blah 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 blah. But a lot of these people, especially so-called Christians, don't even know what a Christian is. They can't even find what a Christian is in the so-called scripture they read. And that's what that should tell you, that a lot of people lack comprehension skills and they just go along with what they learned over time and what they've been passed down to them. And a lot of the information they learn that's been passed down to them is incorrect. Like, you can't tell me a so-called black person will follow or attend a Turning Point USA event, especially when a leader of that particular organization has made inflammatory comments towards so-called black people. Now, if a so-called black person was at these events, I would have to question them immediately and to see what their angle is. Are they trying to get paid by these particular people? Like, are they just that damn dumb, or are they just a bunch of sambos? Like I will have to figure that one out.
Values. And I asked this question last night, and I'm asking it again to you guys. How did we as black people become the face of gay, trans, and the LGBTQ community?
Well, I'm gonna answer that. The leadership, so-called black people, and I'm just going to stick to so-called black people in America. No leadership, no backbone. We don't have a lot of true male leaders out there. And I'm just going to be honest, we're being led by our children and our women. Because if we were under real leadership, then those things wouldn't fly at all. And we will be a monolith in the sense that we don't believe in those things. We don't rock with those things. That's not a part of nation building at all. But that's my 1-2. Leave your commentary. Let me know what you think.